All right, friends. This is Edwin Correas here at 255 Woodside Avenue, apartment 914 in San Francisco. To the person or people watching this, unfortunately, it has come to the point that I have to take the necessary precautions to protect myself legally against the management of this specific building, in particular Marcus Dewberry, who is not only the building manager for this building, but also he resides down the hall on the same floor, which is the ninth floor. And unfortunately, I feel like there have been multiple violations of the lease on his part, with direct regards to discrimination, amongst other things. That's just the most easiest thing to pinpoint it. The biggest issue is discrimination, and I'm recording this video in order to essentially document firsthand the responses to some of the questions I plan on asking Mr. Dewberry shortly here, because I am personally very distraught, upset, and quite frankly disappointed. But that's nothing compared to what he's done. I think it's justified the way that I feel. But beyond that, more importantly, it is illegal what he is doing, and I don't intend to let him continue this charade any longer. Quite frankly, this is, for those who don't know, this building is subsidized housing, Section 8, HUD, with a specific denomination in my regards. I'm here because of RAD, under HUD, RAD, like RAD, refund assistance, or whatever you guys know the acronym. The point, referral assistance deferral, or something. The point is, I'm not even, I don't think he has any justification, let alone any explanation that could reasonably hold up in court, because I'm looking down here. I'll show you shortly here. I have Exhibit A here is a long, look at this, a long list. Look at this. Look how many papers there are. These are all notices from the past, I think, 6 to 8 months. Just this year. This is the number of times they've come into my building, or my room specifically. That's the number of times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different notices in the past, if I'm not mistaken, 4 to 6 months, roughly. At least 6 months, no less than 6 months. 13 times. That's an average of 2 per month, minimum. Quite frankly, I think it's irresponsible, it's illegal, and it's unpleasant for me. Beyond that, he actually discriminated against me, or at least was complicit in that action and behavior when his specific maintenance worker, who is a taller black or African American gentleman, depending on how you prefer to describe him. The point is, this person, who is his known maintenance worker, I think it's his number one guy, me and this person, we have no issues with one another, and that was specifically what I was trying to explain to him when he got upset and essentially called me a bitch, a little bitch, got in my face, like right here in my face, for evidence. There is the security camera at the end of the hall, which is right in front of my door, so you can see that I'm not lying, I'm not exaggerating. This is not just somebody overreacting. These are all real incidents. So that's 2 things. He got in my face and threatened me, basically, insinuating that he wanted to hit me. Basically everything except doing it. And not only that, Marcus Dewberry was, if you watch the video, he's down the hall, literally. He doesn't try to do anything at all to stop this person. He's yelling. In fact, I remember the incident, he was yelling at me to lower my voice when I was yelling at the person who called me a little bitch. And he was basically essentially defending his own worker. So if he wants to dispute that, I'm about to ask him right now. The only reason I'm doing this, obviously, is for the legal ramifications that this is important, this is needed for. I will explain, obviously, afterwards, the differences between what he says and what actually happened, because I will ask him directly to clearly, and we'll see if he even answers. We'll see. Honestly, I doubt he'll be bold enough or even brave to actually withstand the questions I am going to ask him. Obviously, very politely, because I don't think I sound or seem upset. But he obviously might become distraught, upset. I don't know. I don't know how he's going to react, but I'm not expecting him to be a willing accomplice into his demise more beyond this point than he already has prior to said point. So without further ado, oh, and let me show you, I have also here, this is the specific lease agreement, and I boxed it right there. It says, I'll read it for you. Prohibition of discrimination. Article 13 of the, Of the Tenancy Addendum, Section 8, Project-Based Voucher Program, U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Office of Public and Indian Housing. Part B, Tenancy Addendum. This is specific to Article 13. It says prohibition of discrimination. In accordance with applicable equal opportunity statutes, executive orders, and regulations, the owner must not discriminate against any person because of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, age, familial status, or disability in connection with the lease. Now that last part, disability, for those who don't know, I am here. I am on disability. I have all the federal ADA rights, let alone the state of California rights. And I do intend to fully prosecute and process this specific case to the fullest extent of the law. I have no reason to settle, to negotiate, to even listen to any defense at all. I'm not interested. I don't want to hear anything beyond what is about to be recorded. I have no interest in speaking with Mr. Dewberry, his associates, or any of his legal counsel. So please tell them, if you're watching this, whoever is, do not contact me if you represent Mr. Dewberry or anyone associated with him. I have nothing to say to you. Beyond that, I think it's time we get the show on the road. I think I've said enough. So I'm about to flip the camera out because this is definitely very distressing, and I refuse to deal with this. Again, I don't expect Mr. Dewberry to actually say anything or much less contribute to the conversation, but let's let him do his part, because that's what he likes to do, apparently, is tell people what to do. And if he's going to tell me what to do off camera, here's the other notices on my door. So for people that don't know, I have more notices. Look, here's another one. General meeting. Okay, look. So it says here, there is no mention at all of a weekly, let alone a bi-monthly calendar for entering units for pest control. So the fact there's nothing on the schedule that legitimizes his agenda already raises questions. And here's the other notice that I mentioned. Yes, he's trying to come in the 26th, which would be tomorrow. So let's see if Mr. Dewberry here will answer questions. Let me see here. We'll see here. Let's see if he answers. I don't think he will, but obviously it's his prerogative. Let's see if he actually answers. I don't think he will. If he's in his office, we'll go see him right now. He's either in his office or he's here. There's only two places he'd be. But I gotta get some answers because this is becoming unbearable. 13 notices now with the one I just got. That's 14. 14 notices in 6 months. 14 notices in 6 months. Yeah, he's not. Hello, Marcus. Marcus, are you there? Nope. All right, friends, we'll go down to his office. I intend to get questions answered right now because this is harassment. There's no other way. How does he figure that this is not harassment? He has an unscheduled, unlicensed personal schedule to enter my unit. You know, I don't understand. I have the actual lease, everything. I have every right here. So if you can't tell me, so we'll see, because I don't think we'll see, friends. We will see. I am anxious to know. Quite frankly, I don't think he will cooperate, but we'll see here. We'll see. We're in the elevator now. About to head to the second floor to the office of the managers, of which Marcus is the direct supervisor. It's unbearable. It's unbearable. Unbearable. And just so you see, there's one with the pest control. See, look. There's a different schedule. Different schedule. See, look. Can I come in? Hi, my name is Edwin. I'm in Unit 914.
Okay.
Is Marcus available?
Hold on a minute. Marcus?
Hi, Marcus. I'm just, for the sake of my own security, I'm just recording my own interactions with you, just so that we can be clear about what your specific position is on the questions I would like to ask you. I just want to get some answers.
Okay. Shut the door. Put the thing on. Put the thing on. You can come in now.
All right.
You can come in there.
All right.
You need me in here too? Okay.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I will actually choose the stand, just for my own personal preference. I'm not in the mood to sit in. My primary question, I guess my first question, is why are there two different schedules provided? One that doesn't list the pest control schedule at all, and the one in the elevator, which is basically never looked at, mentions a pest control schedule, but we never. I don't remember ever agreeing to that. And more specifically, is there a reason why now, with this notice I received on Friday, it is now going to be 14 official, and I do mean official because there have been at least 3 or 4 other unofficial visits to my unit. Is there a reason why there have been almost 20 both scheduled and unscheduled required entrances into my unit?
You have all those with you?
No, I'm asking you specifically to give me an answer. I mean, if you could just clarify it, if you could just give me a reason, anything. Just,
The reason why we're coming to your unit is Your housekeeping is horrible, and you're feeding roaches. You're actually making roaches, stronger in your unit because you're not cleaning up behind yourself or cleaning up the food spills all over on the floor, on the stove counters. So that's why the big push is to try to get you to clean your unit so we can stop having to come to your unit. But you have not. You have not. And when I say not, I have seen no changes whatsoever. But the roaches are getting worse. And this comes from my bug man. My bug man told me last week that he wanted to, he asked you, could he come back and spray? Or some kind of conversation you all had.
So you weren't there. Let's just clarify. You were not there.
No, that's just what he told me.
Okay, so this is just.
That's what he reported.
Again, I want you to say specifically what you would like to say, because I don't want to speak for you. Can you please specifically clarify that point? You were not there. You were not in the room. You never heard this firsthand. This is all allegedly now, because I have to take your word for it. You're telling me, because I remember the conversation I had with him. I actually have recorded conversations with him. So I want you to tell me what he told you to the best of your ability. Please, just to clarify.
I asked him how did the apartment look. He said, Marcus, it hasn't been too much of a change. Said,
now is that?
Let me finish. You want me to tell you exactly what he said?
No, I think you answered the question. My follow-up. Now, is that something that he is legally licensed or authorized to do for you on your behalf?
Yes, that's his responsibility. His responsibility is to look at the treatment area and see what kind of ways we can reduce the amount of roaches in the unit. So he has to give a report, just like the other company gives a report.
How many companies is that?
We got 2 companies.
And how many times are they being scheduled?
Right now, for you, they're being scheduled every 2 weeks.
And is there a reason for that?
Because you have roaches in your unit, and you're not helping by getting rid of them. You have dirty roaches. You have dead roaches sitting in cabinets, on tables, and things of that nature, which their eggs are going to hatch, and you're going to have more roaches.
But they're dead.
It doesn't matter if they're dead.
I'm just asking. Again, I'm just asking questions. You can say whatever you want. I'm not here to answer for you. In fact, I don't even know how to answer you with what you're saying, because it's so illogical, irresponsible, illegal. But of course, this is all your words. We'll let the courts decide. We'll let lawyers decide, and we will let your managers decide when I leave here and go directly to 600 California Avenue and present them with this video of your direct testimony of the accounts of what allegedly now, because you were not there, you did not have a conversation with me, not with him directly. You were never anywhere. The following question, though, is there? Excuse me.
Never been in a unit?
No. That's not what. That is not what I said. That is not what I said. To clarify, I said just to specify, the last conversation, since we have now specifically identified 14 official entrances, and like you said, specifically to my unit. Is there a reason why they're only scheduled for my unit and not anywhere else on the floor? Because I know for a fact that roaches don't just stay in one room and choose to whatever you think they do, because they actually don't work like that. But we will let a scientist, someone who works with bugs, actually establish that for me, because I'm not a scientist. More specifically, though, can you please answer for me, why did you allow the maintenance worker, who not only verbally threatened and abused me by calling me a little bitch, but got up in my face, directly in my face, made very, very threatening remarks, calling me, again, a little bitch, and saying very negative things about me? Why did you allow that? And more importantly, why were you yelling at me after he called me a little bitch? I know you heard it, and you didn't say anything to him. You didn't mention. No, hold on, let me finish. I want to properly phrase this question. why did you reprimand me when clearly you heard what he said, and more importantly, you heard what I said in return, which was my defense, which was basically, why are you calling me a little bitch when I'm telling you repeatedly that I have no issues with you, and you still insist on choosing to react to me? You know, I'm pretty sure that if you heard that, you had to have heard the lead up, which is also recorded. I have that recorded. So, you know, can you please explain to me why you let that happen?
Well, first of all, I didn't hear the conversation that he said to you. I only heard you say things to him. I wasn't in the heart.
Are you sure? I'm just asking. Are you sure? Because I know for a fact that the cameras are right next to my door, and I just want to clarify and have you establish for yourself where you were, and then let the cameras determine for the fact.
I was in my unit.
Okay.
Right. And I
Okay.
heard you.
What did you hear?
in
Please
my
tell
unit.
us. What did you hear?
I heard you arguing.
What did I say?
I don't know exactly.
So you didn't hear
But
me.
I heard your voice. And I
Okay,
heard your
okay.
voice
Please, with the luxury of
versus-
detail, what did you hear specifically? Not noise, not
It
sound.
was a lot of curse words. And a lot of MFs and that type of thing.
Really?
I don't
Are you
think that-
sure? Are you sure?
Very positive, sir. Very positive.
But you didn't hear him call me a little bitch. I just
No,
want to
because-
clarify.
because-
You didn't hear that.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Look, if you say it, I'm not here to speak for you. I'm not even here to argue with you. I'm just asking very politely for you to provide your testimony. That's it. No more, no less. Now, can you please, since we're here, you know, you're talking about the overall lease. Could you please? Do you have the copy of the lease? Because I'd like you to refer to Article 13, which is the prohibition of discrimination. Are you familiar with this particular?
Show me what you're talking about. Show me what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I can refer to it specifically because I'd rather not get close to you. I'd rather not approach you, just for my own personal.
That is fine with me.
You know, I think I should.
I have no problem with that either.
You know, again, this is the Tenancy Addendum, Section 8, Project-Based Voucher Program, Part B, Tenancy Addendum. What it starts with, I don't know because I was not provided that specific document. But I just want you to know, I'm going to read it to you. It says specifically, in accordance with applicable equal opportunity statutes, executive orders, and regulations, the owner must not discriminate against any person because of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, age, familial status, or disability in connection with the lease. All right, I just want to establish that I have read that for you. Do you understand what that means?
I sure do.
I just want to get the confirmation on the camera that you understand what I just said to you. All right, again, I do apologize for the noise being a little bit loud. I was in the shower and I just recently purchased a new sound system, which is obviously of high quality, and I was not aware of just how loud it was. But thank you for asking me to turn it down. I just have one final question. What are the rules concerning residents, specifically ones that live right across the hall from you, yelling endlessly every single night at 2, 3 in the morning? What are the rules concerning that?
Well, the rules concerning noise.
No.
rules
That specific incident at that specific time of the day.
About that incident, so I can't.
Okay, so
can't speak to it.
you're saying you have okay, let me ask you. Have you ever heard any screaming in the middle of the night from anyone?
No.
Are you sure? Yes or no? Just a simple yes or no.
I said no.
All right, because I will officially go on record as saying that I have heard countless times when I arrive at home, and more importantly, when I am at home, I hear that woman. You know who I'm referring to. She's right within earshot of you. If you can't hear her, how can I? If I'm literally down the end of the hall and you are much closer than I am, how am I able to hear her from my unit, but you haven't?
When did that happen? What day? It happens every day?
Okay, no.
I see you every day. So when did it happen?
No. See, I know you keep changing your story. How is that possible that you were somehow mysteriously at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you're within earshot of room 914, which is my unit at the end of the hall, and you conveniently just, I don't know, somebody, whether it was you or whoever, somebody managed to complain, and you just happened to be there while I was in the shower and the noise was loud. Somebody took it out of their time. Let's just assume for a minute it wasn't you. Somebody complained enough to the point at 1 in the afternoon, during the day with lights out.
You talking about today?
Yeah, I mean,
That was me. Nobody reported anything.
okay, that's why.
I was on my way back to the office from lunch.
So what? Okay, what?
Hold on.
Okay, yeah, please.
Your noise. And the reason why I heard your noise because I listened to every door on that floor.
And is there a reason for that?
The noise came from your door.
Is there a reason for that?
Yes, because you could hear that noise that you were playing at the elevator.
And what are the rules concerning that specific issue? I just want you to say it on record. Just say it on record.
You're supposed to provide peaceful and quietness here.
Is that right? Can you point that out in the lease for me?
I certainly can.
Okay, please, since you have the lease, can you refer to it on the specific page and the specific line, and I will
put that in writing to you. I'm not going to do it right now.
So you don't have it. You don't know where it is.
Yeah.
You do or don't?
It's in the lease.
Where specifically? Can you help me since we're both here at the same time? And it is assumed that you have a copy of the lease. Can you point it out specifically right now? Since, I mean, I got time, bro. I got time. I got plenty of time.
Calm down.
Oh, I'm fine. You don't need to tell me to calm down. In fact, you should calm down. Don't tell me to calm down, bro. You are not my father. You are nothing to me. Nothing. You have no standing to tell me anything. Not like that.
Okay, so let's end the conversation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You said it. Bye-bye. You know, I think, yeah, they're not really that important to me, but thank you. Gladly. Thank you. We'll see you at 600 California. Thank you. All right, obviously, that guy's full of shit. Obviously, he's full of shit. He took it personal. And quite frankly, I think I proved my point. The man has no reasonable explanations. He has none. He has no explanation for what he's doing, much less what he's already. You want to go out?
Huh? Let's go out. That's ugly. That ain't going my way.
Yeah, so that's what I got to deal with. He's alleging that it never happened and that he didn't see nothing and it was just me. Again, of course, I knew it. We'll cover some issues as soon as we get in. So he conveniently was on the floor, according to him, but he refused to specifically discuss the issue concerning the 3 a.m. screaming sessions. Honestly, these are, look, he's alleging that I'm the only one. And anyone that knows cockroaches knows they don't stay in one specific place. In fact, they travel through the walls. They don't travel any other way. They travel through the walls. So if I've got roaches, like he clearly said, they are specific to my room. Why? I don't know. He wouldn't clarify. He wouldn't emphasize beyond I'm the one. And more importantly, let me specify. I refuse to keep placing items in the spaces provided that he referred to, which are my cupboards and drawers. I refuse to put food in there, much less any eating utensils when they are going to consistently use anything. Like he's trying to tell me that he has carte blanche to enter my room and no one else's for no reason. He never gave me any reason other than you've got roaches. I'm like, so how are they supposed to go away if they're apparently, according to you, just somehow mysteriously reproducing if they're dead? He wouldn't answer that. So you tell me, friends, because this is very, very concerning. Very. Yeah, so I got to deal with this asshole. Thank you.